Okay, so what's up guys, it's Matters, and we're going to be talking about Call of Duty Black Ops 4 within this video, and some new information that we have that leads us to believe that Black Ops 4 will be Treyarch's 2018 title, obviously after World War II by Sledgehammer. So that being said, if you can leave a like, that'd be greatly appreciated, and let's get started. So I'll leave the tweet up on screen from Charlie Intel, basically talking about this analyst that reports that, Treyarch and Activision are working on Black Ops 4 for 2018. Now, obviously, Activision and, Treyarch, they have not come out fully and officially confirmed it is 100% going to be Black Ops 4, but when you get these analyst reports, and I'm going to relate it back to what we saw with DLC 5. If you guys don't remember DLC 5, I mean, you guys know Zombies Chronicles, but a couple months before it actually happened, there were different things, different investor reports and similar things like this, where analysts were going through Activision's and the company's plans for the rest of the year and what they were going to be doing throughout the next couple of years and stuff, and it lists all these different things. And obviously we saw an extra DLC for Black Ops 3 under the 2017 section, and that's really our first taste of, like, okay, obviously they're not confirming it, Activision, nor what was the company, Treyarch. They didn't say we're gonna have a DLC 5, but it was in that investor report. This is the same sort of idea where you have these analysts going through, basically setting up what's going to happen for Activision. And really, this is more for the companies and the investors and people within the actual industry. The analysts, they're not doing this to get us hyped, obviously. Like, they're not doing this really to give us information. They're sort of doing it for them, because this analyst doesn't just talk about Black Ops 4. It talks about how Activision Blizzard may not meet their actual goals and their revenue goals because of different things, uncertainties in the new Overwatch League. And it talks about here the low revenue from when I think Activision bought, like, that Candy Crush company, whatever. So it's not just that. It's not like they're just saying, like, oh yeah, Black Ops 4 is happening, It's an analyst going through Activision's plans and what's going to be happening. So the fact that Black Ops 4 is even brought around here, it's safe to assume at this point that we're going to be seeing it. So it's pretty much confirmed, On my terms and a lot of people's terms, this is pretty good confirmation. Now, just talking about it, now that's the actual hard evidence. That's, and we saw with DLC 5, obviously at that point when I saw that an extra DLC was on the investor report, I was like, yeah, it's happening 100%. They don't just put an extra, like I said, these analysts and these investors don't care about what we think. They don't care about leaking stuff. They want to do it because they need to make their money, and they need to, track the plans of these companies. They have no interest in getting us hyped, or no interest in, revealing information or whatever. So there would be no way this analyst is, like, just bluffing or just saying random stuff, or any sort of company would just lie, like, oh yeah, it's just going to be Black Ops 4 or whatever. Like, this is some real stuff. So that being said, it's happening Black Ops 4. But I think it also makes sense if you really think about it. I mean, I was sort of torn. Modern Warfare 3 trilogy, or the Modern Warfare trilogy, ended with Modern Warfare 3. I think it sort of made sense that it was done, and that's the case with Black Ops. I guess it wasn't necessarily a trilogy. The different games had similar storylines, but a lot of different stuff happened, so it wasn't necessary for it to be a trilogy. And storyline aside, some people were thinking, like, okay, there's no way we were gonna go to a Black Ops 4. Like, we've never gone to a fourth iteration of sort of this Call of Duty series, like Black Ops 4. That's the most of any single Call of Duty series from a company. It's been, World at War, and, Black Ops 1 through 3, Modern Warfare 1 through 3, and then you had COD 2, COD 1, whatever the hell, COD 3. So we've never had a fourth version, but think about how popular Black Ops 3 was. I think Treyarch at that point, it's almost the safest bet just to say, okay, you know what? Everyone knows what Black Ops is. There's no point in changing the name just because it's, just to make fans happy and just make, like, a new thing. I think Black Ops 4, it's going to be a new game. It's going to be a new style. It's going to be cool. But they just want to keep a similar name just because they want people to recognize it. It's as simple as that. Majority of the casual players maybe will not even recognize. Like they'll just think like, oh, I like Black Ops, I'm gonna get Black Ops, the new Black Ops game. They're not gonna think, oh, you know, Treyarch's 2018 World at War 2 game. They're not really gonna understand that that is a good game, you know. And think, like, guys, like, there's so many casual players that legit think like that. So for Treyarch, it's the best thing they can do. And I think it's a safe bet as well to have another Black Ops game. We know, you know, the Black Ops series is a very good series. They really can't mess it up. There's probably not going to be any boost jumping. Like, it's a pretty safe bet that we're going to get a solid game. So that being said, besides the evidence from the analysts and the investor reports and just all this different stuff, overall, I think it just makes sense that we're seeing a Call of Duty Black Ops 4. So I don't think this is really surprising. It definitely gets me hyped, but it's definitely not surprising. If you think about what could they name it, what are the best chances of them naming it something, you know, Black Ops 4 is really up there. And now we have just almost complete confirmation that it is going to be Black Ops 4. So that being said, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you guys think about this. And yeah, that's really it. See you guys later. Goodbye.